What's up, everyone? Scott the TroutHammer here, and we're back with another Real Talk. This is a series that I want to keep a lot more frequent on this channel because there are a lot of things I want to talk about. Plus, I really like this format of a video where I just sort of off the cuff, from the bottom of my heart, off the top of my head, just like thoughts on a certain thing. Trying to keep the subject matter on this, fishing, fitness related. There might be some other things that get included there, but, here we are again with Real Talk number 2. Quick reminder, the giveaway for my top 5 salmon lures is still going on, so to be involved in that giveaway, if you guys want to qualify for that giveaway, you guys need to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and in this video, I'm going to let you guys know the comment I want to see down below, and all those things will get you qualified for the giveaway. I am trying to get this channel to grow to 1,000 subscribers, and I need your help to do that, so if you could please hit the subscribe button down there and the notify bell up there, so you're going to be first to see all the great content that's going to come from this channel. So I did also decide that I'm going to extend this giveaway another week because of what happened during the end of last week for me and how that delayed the video I was going to make over the weekend and really sort of offset the number of videos I'm going to make in this round of giveaway. So I'm going to extend the giveaway for another week to allow more people a chance to get in on the giveaway. But for those of you that are already in the giveaway, that also means more chances for you guys to win, so win-win for everyone. Subscribing will get you in that giveaway, but also I'm giving shout-outs to new subscribers that have their subscription setting on public that I can read your name. I'll give you a shout-out on the video I record over the weekend. There's all my plugs, so let's get into the real talk. Yep, you saw me. There you go, guys. That's a fish. There you go, guys. That's unreal! Oh, this is such an awesome looking fish. Oh, yeah! Alright, guys, check that out. So I'm a little bit late to the party on this, but it's something I've actually wanted to talk about for, a couple months now. And just recently, one of the members of the team, the Googan team, released a video showing underwater footage of the lures they made, and I just want to start talking about this. What's the deal with Googan Baits? What's my opinion on Googan Baits, and where do I think it should be in the fishing industry? So for those of you who don't know, the Googan team, the Googan squad as they're known, they're a group of fishermen who, some of them ex-professional fishermen, some of them still dabble in the tournament scene, but they're, basically YouTube famous fishermen, and they came together as a team and decided they could do more together than they could separately, so they formed the Googan squad team. And the five or six channels individually came together to form one big channel, but they also sort of created a multi-channel network with each other. So, they fish together, they appear in other, the videos for the other channels in the squad, and they just sort of teamed up to help build each other up as more famous YouTube content creators. They also had a partnering with Mystery Tackle Box, and that's one of the reasons why they were able to get as big as they did, because they had that company behind them. It really wasn't selling out. It was just a company saw the value that they had and decided, since they already work with Mystery Tackle Box, just take it a step further. And then in comes things like Favor Rods, which Favor Rods are awesome. I do plan on owning some Favor Rods when, money is available. But also, once you start getting that big and once you start being able to do that much in the fishing industry, why stop there? So they started their own bait company, Googan Baits, and boy, did this bring a firestorm of some sharp opinions about the whole scenario. Biggest thing that people started talking about is, who are these guys? Who are these nobodies, these YouTubers that are getting into iCast with a lure company they made? Why are they making these plastics trying to compete with us? And then also, another big thing is, look at these lures. They copy so many other lures. Now, I will say, no, I'm going to continue on first. But so you would think when a couple of guys get together and make their own lure company that they're not going to be that successful. Of course, they have their own YouTube channels to promote their own brand, awesome idea. But also, you don't think it's going to take off. You don't think it's going to be that popular. What's actually happened is they're constantly sold out. The demand for the lures is so high, they're constantly in back order. They're constantly, they make a batch, it sells out. They make a batch, it sells out. Great business, if you ask me. But like I said, starting out with the subject, there's a lot of very strong opinions on, everything surrounding Googan Baits, everything surrounding the Googan squad, and, being a YouTube fisherman, a very small-scale YouTube fisherman. Here's what I think about the situation, and you're actually probably going to be really surprised. I think the whole thing is fantastic. I think it's one of the best things that's ever happened to fishermen. I mean, talk about living the American dream. It's one of the best things that's happened to fishing. It's definitely one of the best things that's happened to YouTube, if you ask me. I mean, it should give channels my size and channels your size, if you have a channel of your own, it should give all of us hope of, you know, where we could be if we continue grinding like this. So in terms of where they sit in the bass industry, guys, the bass industry is such a good old boys club. Bass fishing as an industry is such a racket. I'm not kidding. It is frustrating. You can spend thousands, tens of thousands of dollars to have everything they say you need to be an effective bass fisherman and barely catch fish, especially if you're in a situation like me where you don't have access to a boat. You're primarily a pond fisherman, primarily a bank fisherman. You can't use a lot of stuff they sell, so it's like, well, I can't use this. How can I catch bass? There's things that work. And you know the guys, you know the fishermen I'm talking about, the guys that they're basically NASCAR drivers with all their sponsors all over. Notice when they say you need this for bass fishing, it's something that, you know, is on their sleeve or, you know, somewhere along their torso. It's always, you know, you need this rod for this lure, you need this lure for this watercolor, you need this lure for this situation, you need this line for this condition, this time of year, and it doesn't end. It's honestly the biggest thing that frustrates me about the fishing industry, and it's something I'm actually really passionate about, and one of the reasons why I started a YouTube channel in the first place is because the fishing industry is so far behind the times. There is this new media platform out there in YouTube, and not even just YouTube, other streaming services where people, regular people, are able to make videos and teach people fishing. You don't need to subscribe to a magazine. You don't need to spend hundreds of dollars to go out with a guide. I try to take you fishing with me, and that's what these guys, the Googans, that's what they try to do in the first place too. You know, it starts out just guys taking a camera with them fishing and making some awesome content. Eventually they start teaching things, and even if you don't think they're teaching things, they really are. Just sit there and watch them. I mean, this reminds me of when I've been fishing my whole life. Anyone can tell you, anyone in my family can tell you, I was born with a fishing pole in my hand. You know, a fishing pole in one hand, probably a guitar in the other hand. I don't know if you guys can see them. Alright, I'll just show you real quick. Yeah, or a guitar in my hand. But like I said in the first video I posted on this channel, we're talking about what fishing meant to me, what my grandpa instilled in me, and my love for fishing, and just my desire to help other people love fishing as much as I do. And you know, it takes me back to 2013 when I first discovered Informative Fisherman's Channel on YouTube, and just watching every single video he had and just being like, this is exactly what I've been waiting for. This is what me as a regular Joe fisherman is exactly what I've been waiting for, is just some other regular guy teaching fishing. And now we have regular guys making fishing lures. And it's not a company that's just trying to crank out lures and make money. This is stuff that they have taken time to make, and time fishing and understanding what works to make lures they're going to use. Someone else I will mention, obviously Informative Fisherman with the Sticks Rod Company. He's also in the same boat I am, where he's tired of the fishing industry and how you have to spend tens of thousands of dollars to be an effective fisherman. Well, he created a rod company. He helped create a rod company where you only need 6 rods to do everything in bass fishing. And of course, it transfers across to trout fishing, pan fishing, whatnot, because they work the same. Obviously, you're going to need an ultralight. I'm digressing. But those 6 rods, then, the Sticks company that he helped create is, it takes everything you need into one small package where you don't have to spend so much money to be an effective fisherman. You have all that there. The Googans, they're trying to do the same thing, not only with their channels, but in the lure company they made. And I think that's why it pissed so many of the big companies off, because they're regular guys intruding on their territory and stealing money from them. It's competition. And I think it's great competition. I think it's, I love sitting back and watching the circus play out. I do check news, and I do check other videos of, like, companies hating on the Googan Squad, and I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, the Googan Squad, they're the saviors of YouTube, they're the saviors of fishing. No, the Googan Squads, they're doing their own thing, and it's an amazing thing. And if you ask me, if you're a fisherman, if you're a fan of fishing, you should really get behind it. Something else that sort of ties into all that is how many people say say that Googan Baits copies other baits. Now, the number one bait they get pegged for copying is the Strike King Rage Tail. And I could tell you, because I've been using Rage Tail plastics for a long time, they're my favorite line of plastics. The Googan Baits look nothing like Rage Tails, and that isn't like me trying to say, you know, hey, check it out, go buy Googan Baits. I've been using Rage Tails for a long time. I'm very familiar with them. They look nothing like Rage Tails. They move nothing like Rage Tails. Got to see that in particular when I watched one of their videos showing underwater footage of how their lures move in the water. The only thing that really, you know, I mean, they made it clear in other videos that they managed to purchase the patent to make the same little flap on the end of the plastics to make them kick back and forth like the Rage Tails do. It's the same thing, but the plastics themselves are very different. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Someone who's used Rage Tails, someone who's pretty intimately familiar with Rage Tails, Googan Baits look nothing like Rage Tails. If there's others that they look like they're copying, you know, I don't know. I spend a lot of time on tacklewarehouse.com looking at new stuff and looking at other stuff. It really doesn't look like a lot of other stuff that's out there. And I really do hope it continues. I hope they go further. I hope they create new lures. I hope they, you know, I hope they earn their seat at the table at places like ICAST. And I hope they, you know, I hope they find the success and they live the dream they've been trying to live, because, you know, Googan Baits, I think that's a big leap in the right direction. Not just for fishing, but for, I mean, YouTube fishing. Believe me, if I could design my own lures, I would. But yeah, basically the meat of this video, what I want to say is, you know, Googan Baits, big thumbs up, big approval, you know, gives me hope for my own channel, eventually bringing this channel into being a business, and also just what it's going to do to the fishing industry in general. I hope it really slaps the fishing industry in general in the face and sort of wakes them up and pulls them out of apathy, that it's not just about making money. You know, obviously it's a business and money is the bottom line, but it's not just about making money, and it's not just about sponsors and you know people crediting your baits. That's one of my favorite things about where I am in this channel, is because I don't have any sponsors and I can say these things and I can criticize companies that a lot of people can't criticize because they've got those NASCAR shirts with all their sponsors all over them and they can't speak against the sponsor, otherwise there goes all their funds. So yeah, that's my opinion on Googan Baits. I want to know what you guys thought about it too, and that's going to be the comment that's going to qualify you for the giveaway. Reminder, the giveaway for my top 5 salmon lures is going on, so to be qualified for that giveaway, you need to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what you guys think about Googan Baits. You know, basically let me know what you guys think about the fishing, particularly the bass industry as a whole, because like I said, it's something I'm actually pretty passionate about. It's behind the times, it's a racket, it's a good old boys club, and we need more teams like the Googan Squad to help bring you and I up, to help bring the little guys up. I don't know about you guys, but I'm surfing this wave. I hope you guys are going to join me in surfing this wave, and yeah, I want to see how far this goes. Like I said, I want to see how far the fishing industry freaks out over this and see how far the Googan Squad can take it. Again, I'm trying to get this channel to grow to 1,000 subscribers, and I need your help to do that. So if you could, please hit the subscribe button down there, that notify bell up there, so you're going to be the first to see all the great content that's going to come from this channel. I already talked about the giveaway. Reminder that I'm giving shout-outs to new subscribers, and I also have links down below to Instagram, to Facebook, to Patreon, all those goodies. But other than that, thank you guys for joining me on another Real Talk, and as always, tips up, tight lines, have fun fishing.